Hey everybody, I got an inbox message from a Gen Zer, and per their request and out of respect, I will not say who it is, but they asked a question that really got me right here, and I love it when a young person asks me a question and it makes me think. He said, my Gen X parents always talk about how different TV and other media sources are different now compared to back then. Why do you think that is? And I had to really sit back and think about this. And I'm going to tell you right now, my answer may ruffle a few feathers, but hey, you already know Mama and the Moo gonna keep it 100. And I told him, back then, there was not an increased need for the dumbing down of society. And I'll break down what I mean, okay? When I was growing up, every single television show that you watched was family oriented, meaning it was good, clean home entertainment. Sometimes the subjects that were presented were controversial, but they were presented with class and with tact and with fact. And you learned life lessons, positive life lessons that you could apply to your daily lives. Even in the music that you listened to, it made you feel good and it made you think. By the mid-90s, that was gone. You didn't have shows like The Cosby Show. You didn't have shows like The Golden Girls. You didn't have shows like Benson. That shit was gone. And educational programming has started to be heavily regulated to the point of where channels were really no longer required to have that 5-hour block for children on Saturday and Sunday mornings, usually from 7 a.m. to noon. That was gone. But I tell you, also news. My parents at one time could only watch news once a day, and that was at 6 p.m. That had changed by the mid-90s. But I tell you what, you had a rise in. You had a rise in reality shows. How ironic. You also had a rise in how many times a day you could watch news. You also had a rise in news channels. And you also had a rise of classic shows such as the Three Stooges and Our Gang, aka the Little Rascals, being transferred over to cable to where you had to pay money to access them, including wrestling. And it hit me because by the mid-90s, I was an adult. In order to dumb down society, you have to get to their mind so you can pick their pockets later. So I hope that answered your question.